Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, Dhyana Yogam, Shloka number 4. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Yada hinendriyartheshu na karmasvanusajjate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yogarudhastadochyate. In this 6th chapter, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, in the first 3 shlokas, told about the one Bahiranga sadhana or the external discipline which one should practice and follow before sitting on the meditation seat. That is Samatvam, the balanced state of mind. In order to emphasize this point, Krishna talked about the importance of the Karma Yoga. While talking about the Karma Yoga, Bhagavan Sri Krishna indirectly praised the Grihastha. That means, it doesn't mean that Grihastha ashrama is more superior than the Sannyas ashrama. It is not like that. But majority of the people are in the Grihastha ashrama. They also can live with the attitude and the mental status of the sannyasa without taking the conventional sannyasa. So, he told that the real sannyasa meaning is meant for these both people, either Grihastha sannyasi or the sannyasa ashrama sannyasi. Generally, we don't call that Grihastha ashrama sannyasi, but Grihastha gnani we can call, and sannyasi gnani. But both are one and the same. So the important bottom line, the principle is doing their actions without any expectation of the result of that action. So Bhagavan told in the first 3 shlokas, emphasizing about this point only, Samatvam. Now, the 4th shloka also we started analyzing in the last class. Here a doubt may come in anybody's mind. When I know that, or how I know that I am now eligible for entering into the Dhyana Sadhana or Gnana Marga? Because in the 3rd shloka, Krishna said, Arurukshor yogam karma karana muchyate yogarudhasya tasyaiva shamat karana muchyate. Once a person is, until the person claims the seat of the eligibility for the dhyanam, he has to do the karma. Karma yoga is told as the method or the procedure to follow. Once if the person is climbed on the horse of this meditation, then for him withdrawal is the prescription given. That means for a person who wants to enter into the Gnana Marga or Dhyana meditation, For him, pravritti is told. Not yet climbed, want to climb, pravritti involved. But the rules will apply. Hmm? So, for a person who climbed already, for him, nivritti marga is told. Shamam uchyate. So then naturally, how I will know when I am ready to climb this path of meditation or the Jnana Marga? Then Bhagavan told in this fourth shloka, the answer given here is it is like there is any litmus test or there is any metal detector through which I can scan and find out. No, there is no such any gadget instrument externally. But here see, when yada, this yada started by the Bhagavan in the shloka, it indicates that, yeah, suppose if you get such a doubt, I am telling the answer, giving the answer, listen to. Whenever the person indriyardheshu and karmasu na anushajyate, who is not carried away by the sensual pleasures, who is not carried away by the only karma aspect, and same time he is a sarva sankalpa sannyasi. That sankalpam sannyasam means I explained already, not worrying about the future or not regretting about the past, but just living in the present with the presence of the mind. So these are the three indications. One is no more I am interested in these sensual worldly pleasures. That means senses are there, world is there. The minimum transactions which the senses has to do, they will do. When I eat the food, I must feel the taste. And if it is a tasty food, I will eat little more. So that is not told here. But am I addicted? Am I become slave to the sense organs or the sense objects? Indriyardheshu means the objects of the senses. Anything maybe that is. Either to the possessions or to the relations or anything. And karmasu, this is here. Karmasu means I am not now no more having any inclination or idea about the iha nitya naimittika kamya either pratisiddha karma. Any of those karmas which are told by the Shastra prescribed. Now I am not interested in any of them. And not only that, I know that these karmas cannot give me the moksha or the freedom. So there is no any benefit of this permanent benefit of this karmas, and so who is having that understanding, therefore he is not indulging or interested or craving for any indulging in any kind of the karmas. And that means all sorts of karmas. No more those karmas are bothering me. If I don't do this, what will happen? In this way, iha para, he is not only that, sarva sankalpa sannyasi means another meaning here. He is not having any kind of anticipation, expectation, or desire about the iha or paraloka kamanas. If I do this, I will next janma I will go to the some other world. I will lead a better life in Swarga or Pitruloka. So even this kind of Ihaparaloka Sukhas are the achievements. So the Sankalpas which are related to the both Iha and Para. I dropped that also. So if these three conditions are fulfilled, remember that you are now eligible to enter into the Gnana Marga. Now then only you are fit to do the meditation. What kind of meditation? Now even the Upasana, Ekarupa Dhyana meditation also actually now only it is possible, now only it will give the a real benefit to you. Maybe after listening to the Vedanta, you will come to the Nididhyasana Dhyanam, Vedantic meditation. So in this way, Bhagavan, uh, then only remember, know that Arjuna, Anushajyate, Anushajyate means he is not, the Kartavyata Buddhi is not there. If I don't do this, what I may lose. If I do this, what I may get. He doesn't have any interest in of any karma because he very well now heard the Shastra and understood. Then Parikshalokan Karmachitan Brahmanah Nirvedamayad Nasti Akrudakrudena. This is the mantra from Mundakopanishad. He examined the whole world and understood that if you are behind the karma, through karma you want to solve the problems, actually you are creating the more problems. But in Vedanta Gnana Marga, we never try to solve the problems. We never give the importance to solve the problems, but we dissolve the problems. Being we are going to identify our real essential nature, there is no problem at all. Problems are all are imagined, created, and they all belong only to the body-mind complex, which is Maya, body-mind complex, which is Mithya, body-mind complex, which is a temporary, illusory appearance. Then why have to worry or run behind it? So in this way, he is not having any interest about the either karmas or any desires to fulfill through these karmas, and either this world or next world's desires or any happiness he is not having. So in this way, now we can recognize that he is an eligible person. Then in the Shankara's Bhashyam, to highlight this point of how karmas and kamas, sankalpas are makes a person to caught up, binds the person. Shankara quotes 3-4 Shruti and Smriti examples. It is very useful for us to, if we know them also. Just I would like to mention that also to you. One is, first he mentions from the Manusmriti. What Manusmriti says, see here, Sankalpa Moolaha Ki Sarve Kamaha. The kama desire arises because of my sankalpa, my sankalpa, my uh, commitment, my resolution. So, sankalpas are the moolam, taking the resolution and deciding for the every kama. Sankalpa moolah kama vai yajna sankalpa sambhavaha. Then once if the desire, these sankalpas are the moolam, origin for the kama, and the desire leads to the what? Yajna sankalpaha. Yajna sankalpa sambhavaha. Yajna means here, then he will start doing. This is a traditional example, like so yajnas, yagas are very, very important those days. But here anything we can take that, any project. I will take any project. So that kind of projects, karmas are all taken. So this is the moola. Moolam is the sankalpam. Then another very beautiful thing Shankara mentions from the Mahabharata Shanti Parva, where he comes, he told that Kamajanami te moolam sankalpat kila jayase. Oh, desire, I know about you, about your origin. You are really born out of this sankalpa. Natvam sankalpayishyami. Therefore, I am not going to do any sankalpa. Tena mena bhavishyasi. So, I am not going to do any sankalpa about you. Therefore, you never crop up in my mind. See how beautiful it is. The person is addressing to the desire. Oh, desire, I know that your origin is the sankalpa. Therefore, I don't want you to crop up and come in my mind. So, therefore, I am not going to do any sankalpa. Then, again, Shankara quotes from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Sarvakama parityage cha sarvakarma sanyasaha. Unless otherwise, if you are drop all the sarva kama parityaga, all the desires. Here sankalpa word is not given important. Kama straight away. Sarva kama parityage cha and sarva karma sanyasaha cha. By giving up all your actions and as well as the all the desires and all the karmas, then what? Siddho bhavati. And such a person, sarva karma sanyasaha, sarva kama parityagaha, sarva kama parityagi, sarva karma sannyasi, then he becomes a perfect, fulfilled person. Siddho bhavati. He attained the perfection. He no more there is anything to gain or to lose. Siddho bhavati. Sa yada kamo bhavati. Otherwise, what will happen generally. Whoever always desires, then tat kratur bhavati. Here the kratur word is meaning sankalpo bhavati. Because of the desire, he takes the sankalpa to complete, to fulfill the desire. And yat kratur bhavati, tat karma kurute. When he then decided, I want to fulfill this, the deciding is called sankalpa. Or I decided and then I desire. Both the ways. So some places it is told like that. Tat karma kurute. So in this way, yadyadi kurute karma tat kamasya cheshtitam. Whatever, this is again from Manusmriti. Whatever a person starts doing, that will whatever he desires, yadyad kurute, whatever ever he decides, karma, or do the karma, tat tat kamasya cheshtitam. According to his sankalpa and desire. So in this way, this is mentioned in many places in many Shruti and Smriti Granthas. So like this, um Bhagavan Shankara mentioned about this. Now, after that, so by listening to these instructions, what have come to understand, four things should happen in our inner understanding. One is we must able to see the ekatvam, because that ekavastu satyam atma brahman alone I should recognize as that I am. So ekatvam, then samatvam. That ekatvam, not only I am brahman, I am atma, but I must able to see that ekatvam everywhere. And I must have the inclination to know about that satyam. What is exactly the fact? What is the truth? Satyam. And so, in order to get the ekatvam, samatvam, and focus towards the satyam, I must have the sat pravartana. Sat pravartana. That means a good behavior. So, how to conduct my day to day life? My actions, my day to day way of life should not create any scars, should not create any sense of either guilt or the arrogance. By the end of the day, before going to sleep, if we just check and ask from morning to now, I have done certain things, okay, and I done with the motive of the karma yoga and all that. But still, at the end, if you just check, there is any sense of guilt. Why I have done this? I should not do that. Why I have spoken like that? There is any regret, sense of guilt, or sense of arrogance. I have done this. I achieved this. Like that, any kind of arrogance. If these two things are not found, then you are going in a right path. This should be checked very often. Okay, that is the indication sat pravartanam. Then only sthiratvam. In your understanding of the scriptural teachings, you will get the sthiratvam, stability. Later, you will gain the steady wisdom and steadiness, steady evidence in your own essential nature, gnana nishtha. So this is the total meaning of this shloka. So now we will know that whether I am really fit for doing the meditation of Vedantic Nididhyasana, and I am able to really assimilate and derive the benefit of the listening of the Shastra, Gnana. Unless otherwise, if those three uh, conditions are not fulfilled, you may do meditation, you may listen to the scriptures, but the real phalam, effect of them, you won't get. It will be very, very mild, very, very slow. Okay. After telling this, now let us go to the fifth shloka. उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानम् नात्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः. Very, very important shloka. Now here Bhagavan bringing two more external practices, instructions, which a sadhaka should follow it. One is effort, self-effort, and second is having the self-confidence. Self-effort and the self-confidence. I will just give the gist of this sloka meaning at the periphery level. What Lord saying here is, lift yourself by yourself. Never degrade yourself by yourself. If you lift yourself by yourself, you are the friend to you. If you degrade yourself by yourself, you are the enemy to you. Very simple translation and the gist of it. But let us see what it means exactly, why Lord is said like that. Now the question is here, uh, some people in the world think that everything is happening because of the fate. Fate. Okay? I don't have any, I have no chance or the opportunity to use any my willpower. And some people think that with my willpower I can do everything. I will try to do like that. They never, they neglect the fate aspect. In Sanskrit, these two words are called the fate and the willpower is called matihi vidhihi. Matihi vidhihi. Otherwise, this willpower is called human effort. For example, somebody says that if Lord wants, He will give me the liberation moksha. So I need not to do any struggle. I need not struggle for it. And some other person says that if Lord doesn't want to give the liberation or moksha to me, I won't get. So even that case also, I need not to do anything. So ultimately, I need not to do anything. Everything is in the hands of the Lord or in the hands of the fate. That is called vidhi. Or in some other words, we will call this a prarabdha. My past actions result my prarabdha karma. That is called fate. It has written like this. Here, these two types of thinkings are wrong. Here, proper right thinking is, understanding is, we must accept the willpower also. We must accept the fate also. How these two can go together? It is like that, asking the question. Now, Lord said, I translated, no, if you lift yourself, you are the friend to you. If you don't lift yourself, you are the enemy to you. How can I myself, one person, one can become both friend and enemy? See, suppose I tell Mr. So and so is my best friend and also is my enemy. Is it possible? A same person can be a friend and both the enemy also. Generally, in the outer, orally parlance, it is not suitable. Heat and cold cannot exist in the same place. Either it should be cold or it should be hot. But here, this question, if it comes, yes, it is possible here. How, sir? Listen. If you really think coolly, you will understand that what? Anything in this world, when we say anything, anybody or anything uh, will have both good and bad. Everything. Very simple to understand if I give the example. Okay. That means everybody or everything will have the useful also, harmfulness also. Because the entire world is nothing but the combination of the pairs of opposites or pairs of complementaries. If that is the case, it applies to everything. Everything. For example, current is there. Current is useful or harmful? Tell me. You have to say only correct answer means it is both, sir. It is useful also, it is harmful also. I need not explain further, but you must know how to use it, how to handle it. If you know how to handle carefully, it is useful. If you don't know how to handle properly, it is harmful. Yes or no? Yes. Take another one or two examples. So many we can take. And knife is there. Knife is very useful for cut the apple, vegetables, and all the things. But the same vegetable, a same knife, if you don't use properly, handle, it may cut your finger also, or you can use it to cut the throat of others also. No. Now, what you can say? Now, another one modern scientific example, the atomic energy we invented. That is now useful or harmful? It's so useful, atomic energy. But same time, it is harmful if you misuse it. Millions of people died in the Japan, no? In the Second World War because of that atom bomb. Now every country also prepared and kept atom bombs. So you take anything. Why go to that atomic cell phone, this media, every new invention in the name of science is useful. At the same time, if you go beyond the limits of the nature, violate the rules of the nature, you disrespect the nature, and you go, then everything is dangerous. That is what we are experiencing in the present scenario. Am I correct or not? You got the point? So, in this way, so many examples. Now, same way, you take about the relationships also. Whom you like and loved and lived with 30 years, your wife or husband, why they gradually become the enemies? Not everybody. It's happening. And finally, each one is become ready to kill each other. Or they separate. The separation, it is the cause enmity only, no. Dvesham only, no. So, same person after so many years is now not useful to me. So, it is there, no. Now, if that is the natural law, here also Bhagavan says, your own mind, if you handle it and use it properly, it is a friend to you. Your own mind, if you don't utilize it properly, it will become a enemy to you. That's why generally many times we have to ask whether my mind is an asset to me or it is a liability to me. In most of the cases, people, the person suffers because of his own mind. He won't suffer because of anything from the outside. because the outside is always changes will be there, but how you look into it, how you take it, how you retain and unnecessarily give importance to it and suffer. So many times our own mind becomes burden. Our own mind becomes the enemy to us. Our own mind create havoc. Most of the people, whether they are highly educated, very rich, very beautiful, handsome, very popular, whatever may be, if that mind is not under control, if the mind is not trained properly, anytime that mind kills the person. Is it not true? How many suicides are happening? How many? That too, well known, popular, rich, glamorous, famous, politician, or this, that, anywhere, from all cadres, all walks of life's people. Why? They may tell, they may write the note, because of that person I commit the suicide, because of this thing I have. But ultimately, the reason is not outside. You are the problem. You created the problem and you destroyed yourself. That is the meaning of this shloka. So here, Bhagavan, very important shloka brought here, because externally, if you don't have this understanding of the how much my effort is required, how much I must have the acceptance of the fate also. Few more points also I have to tell. Word to word, very simple. I already given the meaning. Uddhare Atmana Atmanam. That means Atmana Atmanam. Two times Bhagavan is using it. By yourself, the self. That means using I will tell you, put it in a simple way. Don't confuse about the Atma. How many Atmas are? Which Atma? Bhagavan is talking about higher Atma. No, no, no. Here, first of all, we are in the sadhana part level. Use your higher mind and guide the lower mind. Higher mind is the judge, buddhi, which has got the discerning and discriminating power, faculty. By using that, you control the lower mind. Again, here also we may get doubt, sir, where is our higher mind and lower mind? Can we separate and dissect and see that this is called higher mind, this is called lower mind, this is the what? A receptionist like the lower mind. Higher mind is like the inside manager, boss. We cannot dissect and divide and show to you, but you yourself will know. You yourself will know. I lost my discrimination power. Right? You have given more importance to the lower mind. Have some check and control. So here two Atma's words you can take in that way. Okay? Or your personality is called self. So you are the problem, you are the solution. So remember this. Correct yourself by yourself. Re-engineering of your mind, personality. And na atmana atmanam avasadayet. Never degrade or never mar your life. Man can create his life, man can mar his life. Vivekananda used to tell this. Man can make his life, man can mar his life also. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu. So then, never claim and never complain about that somebody is enemy, somebody is friend to me. they are the cause for my problem, they are like that. Anybody, okay? It looks like that because of external situation, external people are the cause. But it is now here, if at all you see the, I can see, sir, they are the cause. That time also, okay, then why, if they are the cause, why I have to disturb inside myself? Whether I take it really and disturb inside or not, that is in my hands. The choice is there with me. Here only, the outside things, how they behave, what they do, what will happen, it is not in our hands. That which is not in our hands, you can call it as the fate. Okay? And whatever is you inside, whether you take it, whether you take it so seriously, or whether you take it lightly, or whether you can remain calm and quiet without disturbing and turmoiling yourself, then the choice is yours. Then you have willpower also. So fate, it works, the prarabdha. Now here, one more point I will tell, very important. See, prarabdha or fate, we can put it in three levels according to its intensity. Prabala prarabdham, madhyama prarabdham, and durbala prarabdham. Prabala means very powerful prarabdha. For example, sometimes a person will get a disease which cannot be cured. Okay, if it is a very durbala prarabdham, very minor disease, for example, like appendicitis. If you go to the doctor, he diagnosed that yes, your appendicitis has got infected, swollen. If you just remove that appendix, there is no harm. You can live comfortably further and many more years. Yes, it works. But the getting the appendicitis, everybody is not getting. That is also a my purva janma karma. So prarabdha fate. But that fate is removed. I mean, completely solved. If it is a madhyama type of prarabdha, again disease, if diabetes or blood pressure or any kind of heart block or like that, for that also doctor that diagnose and they give, and a continuous maintenance medicines they will give. By maintaining it, you can live happily for some other more years. Yes or no? There is no cure for a diabetes or this kind of things. Simply advertisements and people will take. It is a what say functional disorder due to age or many reasons. Some will, so you can support that function to continue without much problem, without much any disturbance. Yes, many people are living like that. So this is madhyama prarabdham. But there is a prabala prarabdham. If that any kind of incurable disease comes, doctor can't do anything, you also can't do anything. You may spend the money, but accept, nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. So, even this parihara prashchitta, parihara karma, astrology or some people in religious practices, they prescribe these parihara karmas also will work only at the durbala prarabdha level. Remember, they cannot work at the madhyama or the prabala prarabdha fate level. Now, altogether to say, let it the prarabdha fate function by itself. Whether I take it so intensely, seriously, and worry and suffer, that is in my hands. If you are really studying the scriptures and Shastra understanding, you accept it. Accept cheerfully, go through, go through either family problems or the health problems or surrounding problems, financial problems. That's why you are really inside dissolving all the problems with the Gnanam. You need a tremendous training for it, my dear friends. It won't happen just like that. You need a tremendous lengthy period of training to yourself. Then here what Lord is telling we can understand. Is it clear now how the prarabdha and the human effort, willpower? So Lord wants to say here, you never leave your willpower. You keep on put the efforts, and the willpower is for what? Whatever may the prarabdha, whether it is a prabala, madhyama, durbala, let me have the strength to withstand. That is called willpower. And not only that, to take up to the Gnana Marga, Dhyana Marga, I have a choice. My will, my fate may be anything. That's why I'm telling whether I have to worry or not for this particular thing. Choice is ours. But for me, the worry comes or happiness comes, it is not my hands. See, choice is ours. Choice is there. Whether to react or not to react. But we have no choice that all the things should go in a right way. No, you have no choice. Or all the things should go in a wrong way. There also we have no choice. But where is the choice? Whether to be, even the miseries comes, to become miserable or not, choice is ours. This is called willpower. This is called willpower. But to utilize this willpower, you need a lot of shravanam and understanding and assimilation. So Lord here giving the very beautiful two instructions of the external practices. One is totally three we have seen. Samatvam. Okay, remember at least these headings. You can ponder on this. Then prayatnam and stiratvam or self-confidence. Whatever word you can, or I will put it in this way and go to the next sloka. Generally, they say you must have the Ishvara Krupa. Yeah, we believe because the Almighty or who is the controller of this entire Namarupa Prapancha Samashti, naturally he is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. With this small body in this limited individual Upadhi, I am not a omniscient, I am a alpipotent, alpipresent and alpiscient. Okay. But so here you can seek and ask that Lord, oh Lord, please remove my this feeling of I am alpiscient, alpipotent, alpi present. Remove this and give me the courage and strength. So in that way, I need your krupa. So Ishvara krupa first one. If the Ishvara Krupa, you really prayed to him to get give me the tolerance and acceptance, inner strength and power to me. I am not going to bother about whatever the fate comes or prarabdha comes. So Ishvara Krupa. If that Ishvara Krupa is showers on us because of our intense sincere request, you will get the guidance of the Guru. Then Guru Krupa. What Guru will do? He teaches the Shastra. And that Shastra also should bless you to understand. So, Shastra Krupa. Now, here point is, Ishvara Krupa is there, Guru Krupa is there, Shastra Krupa is there, but still I am not ready to change myself. I am not ready to give up my old habitual thinking or the habitual wrong notions. Then what they can do? Guru, Shastra, Ishvara, Guru, Shastra, they can't do anything. Unless otherwise you have the Atma Krupa. That Atma Krupa only here Bhagavan telling about Uddharet. Uddharet. Lift yourself. Atma Krupa. This is the meaning. Now, after telling this, how it functions, again we will get a doubt. Now, how can one same instrument, friend and enemy? That important question already I answered, but here Bhagavan, he also telling in his own words, sixth shloka. बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत् वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्. Here same the message Bhagavan is explaining here. Again, here only Bhagavan telling the self is a friend to him who is conquered uh, himself. That means what? That's why I told who kept his inner mind, the condition of the mind, under his perfect control. So, Jitaha Atma. Jitaha Ena Jitaha Atmana Bandhu Bandhuratma Atmanaha. A controlled mind is a friend to him. A uncontrolled mind who doesn't have the mental discipline, mental control, he cannot, that is a enemy, Shatruvata. Here, Anatmanaha means Ajitatmanaha. You have to understand. Anatma means not in another sense. Jitatma and Anatma. That is Ajitatma. Instead of that, Bhagavan used the word Anatmanastu. Shatrutve varteta Atmaiva Shatruvat. So, Bhagavan again telling that this is the thing, uncontrolled, untrained, uncultured, uncultivated mind. That's why I have already told many points, keeping this shloka also in the mind. Then, so after telling that Bhagavan, now you understand how mind is more important, how mind is useful and harmful also. For all the atrocities, for all the criminals in this world, and for all the good things and great things also, mind only cause, mind only. Some people are destroying themselves by destroying the others and the world. But they don't know that they are destroying themselves. They forgot that, and in the name of destroying others, indirectly they are destroying their spiritual growth. They have to pay for it. And who are all doing lot of service, Sheva, and lot of devotion and charity, loving, caring, sympathy, empathy. These are also higher qualities of the mind. See, mind is, every man has got the mind, but see the behavior. That's why later on Bhagavan is going to talk specially in the 17th chapter, Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yogam, Daiva Gunas and Asura Gunas, the traits of the good mind and the traits of the evil mind. Okay. Now, after telling this, in the 7th shloka, Jitatmanah Prashantasya Paramatma Samahitah शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः. This controlled mind, cultivated mind, the mind which is well trained, what other benefits I will get? This, a balanced mind, a self-confident mind, a self-effort putting mind is called Jitatmanaha. So, for the fifth shloka and sixth shloka, finally, as a summary essence, Bhagavan is telling here, he is called now Jitatmanaha. That word has come already, Jitaha Atmana. Now, that Jitatmanaha, such a person, now, here in this shloka, Bhagavan is telling about the fourth, emphasizing about the fourth. Actually, fifth and sixth, then seventh. These three slokas are talking about the together one Bahiranga Sadhana. The fourth one is called self mastery. Self mastery. Remember again what are the four things we have come to now? That balanced state, then self effort, and self confidence, and self mastery. That self mastery, and after that, what are the benefits? Such a mind now very easily can focus and go in a very high speed to realize the truth. If he realizes that, what is the meaning of realizing the truth? How far, how much time it will take, how difficult or what? Or what are the preconditions now in this Jitatmanaha, a self-mastery person whose mind is perfectly under control. Here, Jita Atmanaha means word, either above sloka also we have to take in a three levels altogether. Body, senses, body, mind. Body, mind, senses. Body, mind, senses. All that together is called as Atma here in this context. In this context, whether in the fifth shloka or sixth shloka. Now, so whose body, mind, senses are under proper control. Here, remember, control means we are not completely shutting them or closing them or tying them up. Okay, but we are moderately using them, legitimately using them, and we know what is the limit of it. It should not go beyond the limit. For any sense organ, I should not become addict. For any sensual pleasure, I should not become a slave. But any of my mental whims and fancies, I am not a slave. That is called self-mastery. Same way, body also, some extent. Body needs to take care, body needs some food, shelter, clothing. But don't pamper the body. Whatever the body feels like to have, whatever the senses want to enjoy, don't simply supply and give, keep on give. Same way, the mind also. Mind wants recreation, mind wants some happiness, pleasure, entertainment. But how much and how far? That discrimination we are having and utilizing them, okay, then he is called Jitatmanaha. So the self-master is spoken here. Then such a person, not only that, he is only a peaceful person, Prashantasya. So, to such a peaceful, self-controlled person means what? Now, Bhagavan telling in the second line, naturally, he is tolerating and accepting all the pairs of opposites as they come. This is the one main bottom line condition. Bhagavan giving the examples of 2, 3 here. Sita, Ushna, one pair. Sukha, Dukkha, another pair. Mana, Avamana, praise and abuse. These are all natural in the world. Nobody is not praised by everybody. Nobody is not abused by everybody. Nobody is not suffering all the time. Nobody is not enjoying all the time. It is not always cold. It is not always hot also. In such kind of this pairs of opposites are coming in our life, that time is undisturbed. That's why शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु तदा मानापमानयोः प्रशान्तस्य जितात्मनः. This should be our first primary goal. Let me maintain. I never compromise with the peace of your mind. Whatever may be, let me not lose my peace and balance of the mind. That should be the aim. If that is done properly, then the higher result is also Bhagavan telling here. For him, Paramatma Samahitaha. He is already almost very easily abided in his own self as the Paramatma. These two words, Paramatma Samahitaha, I need to explain little more. Why Lord mixed everything here? Yeah, this sloka is complete by itself. Okay, gain mastery over yourself and have always the idea opinion of I have to lift myself. No one can help me unless if I help myself, particularly in the emotional and the mental level. So next class we will discuss more about this. What is the meaning of Paramatma Samahita? ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ओम तत्सत्